All right, we're going to do one more. Let's do a Capricorn for my buddy Ernie Abbott. Wants to know what's in store for him tomorrow. Capricorn, here we go. For tomorrow, Tuesday, September 30, 2014. A public gathering of some kind could attract you and your family tomorrow, Capricorn. Perhaps you'll arrange to meet some friends there. You may feel good just being out with those you love, but you're likely to be tired by the end of the event. Make sure you fortify yourself with nourishing food during the day and take care of yourself so you can have some fun. And that means maybe not taking your medication or not satisfying yourself. I don't know, Mr. Ernie Abbott. I'm just saying. It's all family law. I get it, BYG. I get it. All right. Dear Abby, my girlfriend freaks out every time I remove my belly button lint. Is that wrong? Well, let me tell you something, sweetie. It's only wrong if you take it out of your belly button and put it in your mouth. All right? How's that? And there's your Dear Abby for the day. Now I'm going to start answering Dear Abby questions. What do you call it when you got an Audi? I guess maybe Lint doesn't. I can't believe this is what I'm reduced to, talking about belly buttons. But anyway, I digress. A little levity before the seriousness of our show in just a minute or two here. We might as well get right into it because it's serious. It's something that not a lot of people are talking about. It's something that people are, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be careful here. Yeah, me be careful. Anyway, they're exaggerating a bit or not exaggerating enough or just completely ignoring the fact that the homeland is under attack yet again. And you probably think I'm crazy, but Andrew, welcome, Andrew. This past Thursday in Oklahoma, I believe it's Oklahoma City. I'm going to read the article for you, but there was what I believe to be, and it's being backed up. Of course, the investigation hasn't been completely finished yet by the federal government. It has by the state, who happens to be calling this a workplace violent event, workplace violence. Alton Nolan, after being fired from a food processing plant in Oakland, decided he was going to go back into the building at his job, his ex-job, and because of his ties to radical Islam and his radicalization while being in jail, he decided he was going to kill whoever he got his hands on. And he did. In fact, the first woman he attacked was Colleen Hufford, 54. And after stabbing her several times, he literally cut off her head. Then he proceeded to stab another woman, 43-year-old Tracy Johnson. But by then, and I'm going to read this is all in the story here, you'll see who comes to her rescue and how. So let me read this for you, and then we'll get into it a little bit about what's going on in this country. Has the actual third attack begun, or fourth attack, depending on how you see things? Well, here's the story. Details emerge on suspect in Oklahoma beheading as charges presented to district attorney and that would be in Oklahoma. More details are emerging, including a reported Facebook page about the man who allegedly beheaded a woman in an Oklahoma City suburb Thursday after he lost his job amid questions about when he converted to Islam. More police department Jeremy Lewis told the news that suspect Alton Nolan will be arraigned as soon as he is released from the hospital. Charges of first-degree murder and assault with a deadly weapon were presented to a district attorney today. Nolan is suspected of attacking two women, beheading one of them shortly after being fired last Thursday at Vaughn Foods in Moore, Oklahoma. Police say Reserve Sheriff's Deputy Mark Vaughn, the company's chief operating officer, ended the attack by shooting Nolan. God bless this man. Co-workers said Nolan tried to convert them to Islam after his own recent conversion. Nolan is suspected of attacking two women, beheading one of them. Well, I read that already. Nolan, according to state corrections records, was convicted in January 2011 of multiple felony drug offenses, assault and battery on a police officer, and escape from detention. It was released from prison in March of 2013. A little over a year, over a year ago. More police told the news that the FBI is looking into a Facebook page with the name Yakim Yisrael, which contains several photos of Nolan amidst posts and pictures regarding Islam. Photos of former Al-Qaeda chief UBL and the 9/11 attacks were uploaded to the timeline, according to the station. Another post reportedly shows a beheaded man with the quote, I will instill terror into the hearts of the unbelievers. Smite ye above their necks and smite all their fingertips off of them. Unquote. Let me read that again because I kind of screwed it up. Because I really want you to get what this guy is saying. Now, these are his words on his Facebook post. Okay. Another post reportedly shows a beheaded man with the quote, I will instill terror into the hearts of the unbelievers. Smite ye above their necks and smite all their fingertips off them. Unquote. Smite meaning cut, to cut off or take off. Prior to Nolan's 2013 prison release, posts on the page referenced a job interview, the 49ers making the Super Bowl, and music. But after Nolan was let out of prison, the tone of the page shifted to topics related to Islam. Don't you all know why the eastern part of the world hates America? Quote unquote. Read one post on March 3rd, 2014. Everything God says, don't do, America does. Another quote. Oklahoma Department of Corrections records also show that Nolan was what appeared to be religious tattoos, or has what appears to be religious tattoos, including one referencing Jesus and one in Arabic that means peace be with you. On Saturday night, Nolan's mother, Joyce, took to Facebook to apologize to the two victims in a short video. My heart is just too heavy right now, she said, and that's my son. His family, our hearts bleed right now because what they saying Alton is done. That's how they wrote it the way she said it. She said, that's not my son, his family. Our hearts bleed right now because what they saying Alton has done. Joyce Nolan added, I want to apologize to both families because this is not Alton, unquote. Nolan's sister, Megan, also says in the video that their family is surprised because Alton never exhibited any violent behavior, which is not quite true. But Paige Nolan, who is also a sister of the suspect, told the Oklahoman that she spoke to Alton on Thursday before the beheading, and he seemed in high spirits, quote unquote. Paige Nolan said Alton was happy when he received the job at the Moore food processing plant. He was really happy because everyone he talked to told him it's going to be hard getting a job with the felonies. I'll never forget that. You know, I'm feeling like he conquered it at that time, unquote. All at the plant on Thursday, Nolan was apparently attacking employees at random, authorities said. The motive for the attack is unclear, but FBI officials confirmed to the news that they were assisting the Moore police in investigating Nolan's background and whether his recent conversion to Islam was somehow linked to the crime. Side note here, not in this article, the Moore police asked the FBI to get involved into this case, by the way. Lewis told KFOR that Nolan drove to the front of the business and struck a vehicle before walking inside. He then attacked Colleen Hufford, 54, stabbing her several times before severing her head. He also stabbed another woman, 43-year-old Tracy Johnson, at the plant. Lewis said Mark Vaughn, the company's chief operating officer and a Reserve County deputy, shot Nolan as he was stabbing Johnson. Nolan and Johnson were both hospitalized and are expected to recover. So there you have it. There you have it. Yeah, you're right, Ernie Abbott says. Thank God for the Second Amendment, or that prick might have killed more. And everybody seems to agree with him. We're sorry, the Sweet Smile's throat feels a little sore. I'll take care of it later. Everybody's saying that she hopes she feels better because she may go lay down because she's not feeling that good. Yeah, it's hard. Ernie says it's hard getting a job being a felon, and it is. And he did it, and look what happened. Well, the problem was that while he was in jail, because of the felonies that he committed, which, of course, one of them was an attack on a police officer. I'm not quite sure that's a felony, but anyway. She was about to arrest him for those past felonies. I believe he had bench warrants out on him, or warrants out on him for those felonies, when she approached him, put a handcuff on him, and he immediately attacked her. So he he attacked the female officer that was going to arrest him to put him in jail for the felonies. So that's one, a female. I have a problem with, well, I got a problem with a lot of this, but one of them is, why must the federal government, and most of you on the left, taking this as workplace violence? Yes, it was, and if you want to get technical and stupid about it, like most people do in this case when they have nothing else to talk about, they say, well, it was done in the workplace. Yeah, it was done in the workplace. It certainly was. He was set off. He was radicalized well before he took this job. He was known and it was told by people in his job that he was trying to recruit people into Islam. You look at his Facebook page. I mean, I guess they all have to go through their channels, but cannot be another Fort Hood. I'm sorry. Fort Hood was deemed a workplace violence, if you could imagine that. Even back then, that was appalling, as appalling as it gets. But this, after what happened just 3 weeks ago, I believe it was, where two Americans were beheaded and then followed by not only an Englishman, but a Frenchman as well, by ISIS, a group of terrorists, animals, cowards that could have been stopped a year ago, or at least back to February of this year. But this administration chose to do nothing about it. They chose to, because of their ideology, because of the way they think. Now, isn't it enough proof? Aren't enough people dying to tell you people that what you think and how you think is just not working, and it's only getting people killed? And now, I told you here on this show a week or two ago when we spoke about this ISIS thing, and I mentioned it to you people, and I gave you the facts about that people were going to start to die if this administration doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And now it's happened. I told you it was going